March 11th, 2020. Wednesday of the second week of Lent.
A reading from the book of the prophet Jeremiah. The people of Judah and the citizens of Jerusalem said, "Come, let us contrive a plot against Jeremiah. It will not mean the loss of instruction from the priests, nor of the counsel from the wise, nor of messages from the prophets. And so let us destroy him by his own tongue. Let us carefully note his every word. Heed me, O Lord, and listen to what my adversaries say. Must good be repaid with evil, that they should dig a pit to take my life? Remember that I stood before you to speak in their behalf, to turn away your wrath from them." The word of the Lord.
The response is, "Save me, O Lord, in your kindness. You will free me from the snare they set for me, for you are my refuge. Into your hands I commend my spirit. You will redeem me, O Lord, O faithful God. Save me, O Lord, in your kindness." I hear the whispers of the crowd that frighten me from every side, as they consult together against me, plotting to take my life. Save me, O Lord, in your kindness. But my trust is in you, O Lord. I say, you are my God. In your hands is my destiny. Rescue me from the clutches of my enemies and my persecutors. Save me, O Lord, in your kindness.
A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Matthew. As Jesus was going up to Jerusalem, he took the 12 disciples aside by themselves and said to them on the way, "Behold, we are going up to Jerusalem, and the Son of Man will be handed over to the chief priest and the scribes, and they will condemn him to death, and hand him over to the Gentiles to be mocked and scourged and crucified, and he will be raised on the third day." Then the mother of the sons of Zebedee approached Jesus with her sons and did him homage, wishing to ask him for something. He said to her, "What do you wish?" She answered him, "Command that these 2 sons of mine sit, one at your right and the other at your left, in your kingdom." Jesus said in reply, "You do not know what you are asking. Can you drink the chalice that I am going to drink?" They said to him, "We can." He replied, "My chalice you will indeed drink, but to sit at my right and at my left, this is not mine to give, but it is for those for whom it has been prepared by my Father." When the 10 heard this, they became indignant at the 2 brothers. But Jesus summoned them and said, "You know that the rulers of the Gentiles lord it over them, and the great ones make their authority over them felt. But it shall not be so among you. Rather, whoever wishes to be great among you shall be your servant. Whoever wishes to be first among you shall be your slave. Just so, the Son of Man did not come to be served, but to serve, and to give his life as a ransom for many." The Gospel of the Lord.
This is Catholic Daily Reflections for Wednesday of the second week of Lent. Today's reflection is entitled, "The Life of Sacrifice." Jesus said in reply, "You do not know what you are asking. Can you drink the chalice that I am going to drink?" They said to him, "We can." He replied, "My chalice you will indeed drink, but to sit at my right and at my left, this is not mine to give, but is for those for whom it has been prepared by my Father." It's easy to have good intentions, but is that enough? The gospel passage above was spoken by Jesus to the brothers James and John after their loving mother came to Jesus and asked him to promise her that her two sons would sit on his right and left when he took up his kingly throne. Perhaps it was a bit bold of her to ask that of Jesus, but it was clearly a mother's love that was behind her request. However, it's important to note that she didn't actually realize what she was asking. And if she did realize what she was asking, she may not have asked Jesus for this favor at all. Jesus was going up to Jerusalem, where he would take up his throne of the cross and be crucified. And it was in this context that Jesus is asked if James and John could join him on his throne. This is why Jesus asked these two apostles, "Can you drink the chalice that I'm going to drink?" To which they respond, "We can." And Jesus confirms this by telling them, "My chalice you will indeed drink." They were invited by Jesus to follow in his footsteps and to courageously give their lives in a sacrificial way for the love of others. They were to abandon all fear, and were to be ready and willing to say yes to their own crosses as they sought to serve Christ and his mission. Following Jesus is not something we ought to do halfway. If we want to be a true follower of Christ, then we too need to drink the chalice of his precious blood deep into our souls, and to be nourished by that gift so that we are ready and willing to give of ourselves to the point of a total sacrifice. We need to be ready and willing to hold nothing back, even if that means the greatest of sacrifice. True, very few people will be called to be literal martyrs like these apostles were, but we are all called to be martyrs in spirit. This means that we must be so completely given over to Christ and his will that we have died to ourselves. Reflect today upon Jesus asking you this question: can you drink of the chalice that I am going to drink? Can you willingly give everything, holding nothing back? Can your love of God and others be so complete and total that you are a martyr in the truest sense of the word? Resolve to say yes, drink the chalice of his precious blood, and daily offer your life in total sacrifice. It's worth it, and you can do it. Let us pray. Lord, may my love for you and others be so complete that I hold nothing back. May I give my mind only to your truth and my will to your way. And may the gift of your precious blood be my strength on this journey so that I may imitate your perfect and sacrificial love. Jesus, I trust in you.